what General Petraeus is saying is that you're able to move forces out as a result of success. Not simply, this is not an exercise to get to a number.
The surge forces were scheduled to go home between April and mid-July. That is absolutely right. But, you know, again, I could have requested more surge forces. And we certainly could have run it much longer. General Odierno and I put out a letter that said that, I mean, unless things got completely out of control, that we would not even think of extending beyond 15 months.
Having done that, doesn't that virtually lock you into a recommendation of reducing troops by 30,000 beginning in April and extending through the summer?
I do know that the active Army in particular, that the string does run out. I
think what you're trying to do is to develop a narrative that says, well, no, you know what he's really trying to do is he's trying to put lipstick on this thing because he was going to have to remove the troops anyway. Is that what is that the buried insinuation?
My sense is that the overriding constraint you faced is not what was happening on the ground in Iraq, but the reality, unless you did recommend, request, and succeed, that unless tours were extended, 30,000 troops are coming out of there beginning in April next year, regardless of the situation on the ground.
In this particular case, he is talking about potential drawdowns next year based on conditions on the ground.
Again, certainly the active brigade combat teams were going to come out of there. Again, I'm not aware of what is available in terms of battalions, brigades, or what have you.
My sense is that the Reserve and National Guard forces are not available to replace
I think that's the case.
I will let, you know, you can take quotes from various generals.
We all know that the surge of forces was temporary in nature, and we all know that's going to come to an end, and we all understand that. We know that the surge of forces will come at least through April, at the latest, April of '08, and then we'll have to start to reduce.
No, wrong. You don't have to pull them out.
So we will make our judgment based on the fact that we know we cannot maintain the surge of forces, and we know that they will start to reduce in April of '08 at the latest.
You're saying you guys are leaving because you have to. Wrong.
Our force is stretched and out of balance. The tempos of our deployments are not sustainable. Our equipment usage is 5 times the normal rate and continuously operating in harsh environments. This is a temporary state and one we must pass through quickly.
It has always been the contention here that you time your troop movements related to facts on the ground.
Now, we have said all along that the surge of forces was temporary in nature, and we knew that it would run its course.
It's still related to conditions on the ground. You do have a completely changed situation on the ground. Changes on the ground in Iraq. Events on the ground indicate people on the ground, based on the facts on the ground, people on the ground, realities on the ground. The realities on the ground, at least according to General Petraeus, seem to be such that you could start drawing down numbers. Again, I know it's making you crazy, facts on the ground. Only a crazy person would fail to adjust strategy on a regular basis based on the realities on the ground.
And so you never, the fact is you don't know exactly what the reality on the ground is going to be.
The facts on the ground. Will you concede that there has been an improvement on the ground as a result of the surge? Thank you. What you're really looking for is stability on the ground, realities on the ground in Iraq.
Today's Army is out of balance. We're consumed with meeting the current demands, and we're unable to provide ready forces as rapidly as we would like for other contingencies.
All right, I give up.